We're getting set for a wild weather ride just in time for Christmas Eve. I'll break down what to expect coming up.
A crash leaves 6 people injured, one of them critically. We have details from the scene.
A Winchester couple is accused of stealing copper wire from lights along the highway.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5.
Just 2 days to Christmas, but if you step outside, it's really hard to tell.
But big changes are coming, from heavy rain to much colder air and maybe even a little snow. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking what you can expect. Chris?
Yeah, we are indeed picking up on some big-time weather changes. As you mentioned, over the next 24 hours, we do have heavy rain and thunder and lightning across the region as of now. Let's take a look at what's going on with Live First Alert Defender. It is a busy afternoon heading into the evening across our part of the world. What we're seeing now is the rounds of heavy rain coming at us. We've had a lot of thunder and lightning southern and eastern Kentucky. Lexington Metro, we've been dry for most of the day. We're getting ready to say goodbye to that as of now. Heavy rains are gearing up along and south of the Bluegrass Parkway. Folks in Harrodsburg, down into Danville, Perryville, northern parts of Casey County, over towards Stanford and Lancaster. That is what is rolling to the northeast. Madison County, we're pretty much socked in with the low clouds and the rain that extends a little farther to the east and really picks up in coverage and intensity. If you're traveling around Moorhead back into southern parts of Bath County, down 519 toward West Liberty, watch out for ponding of water on area roads. London and Corbin, everything is okay now, but look at what is coming at us from the south and southwest. And remember, everything that is out there is going again from southwest to northeast. And look across East Tennessee. If you're with us now into Wayne County, McCreary County, Whitley County, you're going to have a whole lot of heavy rain coming into town over the next little bit, with a loud clap or two of thunder, courtesy of a storm system that is across Louisiana. That will be on top of Kentucky in about 24 hours from now. As things get a little wild, thunder, high winds, crashing temperatures, guys, with some snowflakes showing up in the hour-by-hour forecast in about 10 minutes.
6 people had to be rushed to the hospital in Lexington after a crash this afternoon.
It happened on Russell Cave, just inside New Circle Road. The crash involved 2 cars, and at least one of those victims suffered critical injuries. WKYT's Jarek Insko is at that scene with our top story at 5.
The crash happened here on Russell Cave Road more than 3 hours ago. 2 cars were involved, injuring 6 people. This scene cleared about an hour ago after collision reconstruction units left. Fire officials who were on scene say the black Lexus was carrying 5 people, mostly children, and were told an adult from that car is in critical condition. The battalion chief tells us all 5 people were trapped in that car and the roof was cut off to get them out. The red Grand Dam only had a driver, but all 6 people involved were taken to the hospital. As for what caused the accident, that's still being investigated by Lexington Police and CRU.
We received a call with possible victims trapped. Our first arriving crew did determine it's a very serious accident. The one vehicle was severely compromised. We had to remove the roof to get 5 patients out.
This portion of the road was closed for a couple of hours while crews cleared the scene, but it has since reopened. In Lexington, Jarek Insko, WKYT.
As for the conditions of all 6 people, we only know that the one person is in critical condition. Officials on that scene said that injuries varied from minor to critical. 2 people have been charged in a Lexington murder case. Devin Jones and Tarico Williams both face a murder charge in the death of Walter Gray. Gray was shot several times on Warnock Street. It was in the city's East End on November 16th. Williams is in the Fayette County Jail. Jones is in custody somewhere else.
Investigators have made 2 arrests in an ongoing crime along Kentucky highways. They say Aaron and Cindy Ferguson of Winchester stole copper from roadside lights in 9 counties for several months. WKYT's Sam Smith shows us how they were finally caught.
Cindy and Aaron Ferguson face 22 felony counts each. On top of that, Aaron faces another 45 felony counts. Those counts are for being a persistent felony offender. Investigators from Kentucky State Police, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Inspector General's Office, and the Clark County Sheriff's Office worked together to arrest the Fergusons. Officials say from April to November, the married couple stole copper wire from several light posts in 9 different counties. They say a tip from someone that knows the couple helped the investigation. Investigators captured footage of the couple in the act. They obtained a search warrant and searched the couple's home where more copper wire was found. Officials say it was a group effort to make this arrest.
Without regard to who gets credit for whatever arrest is taking place, nobody gets away with anything in this Commonwealth, and the criminals are brought to justice.
Investigators say the couple sold their copper to a place in Winchester on several occasions. The folks there are not in trouble unless there's proof they knew the copper was stolen. In Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
There's a $2,500 reward for any new information that leads to additional arrests for copper thefts.
It is a frustrating situation. You leave your home to discover that someone has smashed out your car window. Well, it's a crime investigators say is becoming all too common in Mercer County. WKYT Sean Moody shows us what's being done to try and catch the vandal.
Well, the Mercer County Sheriff said this is just a really frustrating stream of crimes, and he's increasing patrols through Christmas, hoping to put a stop to it. Over the past 3 days, at least 8 people across western Mercer County have reported incidents like this one, car windows smashed out overnight.
It makes me feel really angry.
Edna Maryland said she found her back window smashed out when she was going to work yesterday afternoon.
I just went down almost. It was just unbelievable. I mean, it just tore me up.
She's waiting to get a quote from her insurance company. The Mercer County Sheriff says whoever's been doing this has caused thousands of dollars of damage across the county. He says he'll have extra deputies out on the roads over the Christmas holiday.
I mean, when you have a windshield or a back window broke out of your car, that's several $1,000s worth of damage that's been conducted so far. You know, and these people are frustrated, and you know, it's frustrating for us.
The sheriff says the people responsible would likely face criminal mischief charges if they're caught. In Mercer County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
The sheriff says there's a Crime Stoppers reward of up to $1,000 for information leading to an arrest.
Police have arrested 7 people suspected of dealing heroin. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office and Georgetown Police Department worked together on the case. Last Friday, investigators served a search warrant on a home in Georgetown after a traffic stop in Franklin County. 4 of the suspects are charged with possession, the other 3 with trafficking.
Over the course of the investigation, over half an ounce of heroin was seized, along with 2 firearms and cash.
The investigation kicks off the Bluegrass and Central Kentucky Unified Police Protection System. It's a new partnership between local agencies designed to make it easier to investigate crimes across county lines. Police say a 16-year-old is responsible for a playground arson. The fire destroyed the playground at Augusta Independent School in Bracken County last week. The Ledger Independent reports the suspect admitted to the crime. The teen is charged with criminal mischief. A name is not being released because of the suspect's age. Sony Pictures has reversed its decision to hold The Interview.
That movie centers around a plot to kill North Korea's leader. It will be released on Christmas Day at some theaters around the country. Danielle Nottingham has more from Los Angeles.
The public spoke and Sony Pictures listened. The Interview is coming to selected U.S. theaters on Christmas Day. Sony was hit with a firestorm of criticism after it canceled the release of the controversial comedy about the assassination of North Korea's leader. The studio pulled the film over threats of violence from hackers that the FBI linked to the North Korean government. Sony says, "We are proud to make it available to the public and to have stood up to those who attempted to suppress free speech."
Okay, let's do it.
One of the film's stars, Seth Rogen, agreed. He tweeted, "The people have spoken. Freedom has prevailed. Sony didn't give up. The Interview will be shown at theaters willing to play it on Christmas Day." Sony says it's working to get more platforms and more theaters to show The Interview so it can reach the widest possible audience. That's good news for movie houses.
We're just excited to be able to show it.
The Interview was projected to earn $30 million in its opening weekend of wide release. That number will be smaller now, but the controversy has generated perhaps even greater interest from moviegoers. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Culver City, California.
So we've made a few calls, and so far we've found that the theaters of Georgetown plan to show The Interview on Christmas Day. No times have been set for that. And the Kentucky Theater also hopes to show it, but it will not be until next week at the earliest. Work on a busy Lexington road taking a break from the holidays. There will be no blasting on New Circle Road for the rest of the week. Crews have been doing the work as they try to widen New Circle between Old Frankfort Pike and Leestown Road. There will be no work on New Circle until January 5th other than bridge work. 2 men have been arrested for smuggling loaded guns onto commercial flights. A Delta baggage handler is accused of helping a former employee get 18 guns aboard a flight from Atlanta to New York earlier this month. Investigators say it happened on at least 4 other occasions. In all, undercover officers bought 129 handguns during their 8-month investigation. A warning from the FBI today about a plot to blow up an American bridge. According to the Bulletin, an ISIS operative living in the U.S. has been ordered to blow up Interstate 55 at a bridge area linking Tennessee and Arkansas. 56,000 drivers use that interstate every day. The FBI and local police are investigating, but they say there's no actionable intelligence on an attack right now.
The Food and Drug Administration is recommending an end to the nation's lifetime ban on blood donations from gay and bisexual men. The agency wants to replace it with a policy based on a man's recent sexual history. The ban dates from the early years of the AIDS crisis. Many medical groups say the policy is no longer supported by science. Nearly 2 million people have picked up health insurance through the federal marketplace. Another 4.5 million have renewed existing coverage. The numbers do not include states such as Kentucky, who run their own insurance exchanges. Open enrollment ends February 15th.
It's a partnership to improve internet and cell phone service for all Kentuckians. The state announcing today that Australian-based Macquarie Group will lead a project to lay 3,000 miles of fiber optic cable across the state. The project will cost between $250 million and $350 million. Kentucky will pay $30 million and the federal government $10 million. And the rest of the money will come from private sources.
We probably would never be able to build this kind of network if we were just depending upon tax dollars. And so the public-private partnership approach, I think, is essential to us building this project, completing this project.
The project will be done in 2 phases, with the first phase focusing on eastern Kentucky. The state will own the network, but Macquarie Group will operate it for 30 years.